So we've already taken a look at the introduction to the concept of sale and some key definitions and terms relating to sale and all the aspects relating to it under the Sale of Goods Act 1930. And in this video, we'll be taking a look at the concepts of sale and agreement to sell, and we'll try to understand the difference between these terms. This is another important question from exam point of view. Now let's try and understand the basic difference between the concept of sale and agreement to sell in terms of what they mean. Now, contract of sale is a contract whereby property in goods, that is ownership in goods, which is different from just mere possession. So ownership in goods has passed from the seller to the buyer. Okay, so that has already been transferred. The ownership has already been transferred. That would be a contract of sale. But where property or ownership in goods will be transferred to the buyer at a future date, then that is an agreement to sell, because the contract is still incomplete. It will be completed at a future date. So what is the nature of the contract of sale and agreement to sell? Now, we've studied the concept of executed contract and executory contract in the law of contracts, which is chapter 1. We know that an executed contract is one in which the rights and obligations of parties have been fulfilled or completed, already done. Whereas the executory contract is where the rights and obligations of either both the parties or one of the parties will be completed in future. So the contract of sale is an executed contract, whereas an agreement to sell is an executory contract because it is going to take place at a future date. Now, further to that, the transfer of property or ownership in goods in a contract of sale, the transfer happens immediately or concurrently. That is, walking into a shop and buying something off the shelf, that would be a contract of sale. But walking into a shop and ordering say a refrigerator and saying that, okay, I want this particular model, and they say, yes, we'll have it delivered to you next week. So that would be agreement to sell, where the transfer of property is going to take place at a future date. So you may pay cash down for the item, but you get it at a future date. So that's another difference between sale and agreement to sell. Now, who does the risk of loss rest with? In a contract of sale, because the ownership is transferred to the buyer, even if he is not in possession of the goods, still the risk of loss accrues to the buyer. Whereas in an agreement to sell, even if the property in goods, the possession of goods is transferred to the buyer, still the risk of loss accrues to the seller because the buyer is not yet become the owner of the goods. Now, what happens if there is a breach of contract of sale by the buyer? In case of a contract of sale, the seller can sue the buyer for the recovery of price of the goods. Whereas in an agreement to sell, because it is an executory contract, it is not yet completed, the seller can only sue the buyer for any damages which he is faced with. He cannot sue for the price. Now, breach by the seller. A contract of sale can be breached by the seller, just like it can be breached by a buyer, it can be breached by the seller. Now, buyer can sue for recovery of goods by specific performance in case of a contract of sale. And in case of an agreement to sell, buyer can only sue for damages. So more or less the same thing. The impact is more, the loss is greater in case of contract of sale and lesser in case of agreement to sell. So accordingly, the compensation that is due to the aggrieved party will be more severe in case of a contract of sale, whereas not so severe in case of an agreement to sell. Now, right of resale. In a contract of sale, the seller cannot resell the goods even if he is in possession of the goods, because the owner, the true owner in a contract of sale is the buyer. But in case of an agreement to sell, the seller, even if he is not in possession, he can further resell the goods to somebody else because the contract or the transaction is not yet completed. Now, what sort of rights are created for a buyer in case of a contract of sale? So, a contract of sale gives a buyer the right of jus in rem, that he can enjoy the goods however he wants against the whole world. Whereas in case of an agreement to sell, he can maximum recover some damages if something happens, but he cannot really enjoy or treat the goods as his own, because he is not yet the rightful owner of the goods. So if you say in a contract of sale, if you buy a watch and you just as soon as you buy it, you pay for it and you decide that okay, I don't like this, and you break it, it's fine. I mean, nobody can say anything to you, because you have the right, since you are the owner, you can do whatever you want with that watch. You have paid the price for it. But if you damage something which you have not yet paid for, then you have to compensate the seller for it. What happens in case of insolvency of a seller or insolvency of either party, we'll be discussing. So insolvency of a seller. Now, in a contract of sale where the seller becomes insolvent, a buyer can recover goods in the seller's possession from the official assignee or receiver of the seller. But in case of an agreement to sell, a buyer can claim only a rateable dividend from the seller's estate. He cannot claim the recovery of the goods, because that contract is basically an executory contract. What happens in case of insolvency of the buyer? So, if the buyer becomes insolvent, then the delivery of goods which are in his possession or which he owns under contract of sale, those will be delivered to an official receiver or assignee. So that is what happens in case of a contract of sale. That was the basic difference between sale and agreement to sell, and in the next video we'll be exploring the difference between sale and other transactions like barter and things like that. So do tune in and check that video out. If you like the content on this channel, then please don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel and leave your comments and feedback. Thank you for listening.